Thank you, Lord Mayor. And Lord Mayor, and just to begin with public toilets and to pick up maybe where Councillor Lynch left off, I agree. I think we need a multiplicity of approaches. I think the outline that Councillor Lynch has just given is a good one, and it marries with the idea that exists already of the Take a Seat initiative and the Leaside Lehrers and encouraging businesses in the city centre to do so, and that we did already here. But I think developing upon that further with other public buildings and encouraging that would be good. I think looking, and I don't want to go north-south, but if you look at how our parks are served by public toilets, there is no public toilet in any park on the north side. But perhaps we can look at that more imaginatively too. I've been contacted by a resident living near Bells Field, for example, and perhaps Bells Field doesn't require a public toilet all the time, but in the height of the summer, when a lot of people are using Bellsfield, maybe it could be possible to install a temporary toilet there for public convenience and also for the convenience of people living around it. So I think that multiplicity of approach, which is reflected in fairness in the public toilet strategy, I think that's the way to go, and to maybe perhaps now is the time to look back upon that public toilet strategy and see what has worked, what could work better, and what more can we add there. And I do agree also with the sentiments that were expressed earlier in the meeting about going back to basics. And I think that going back to basics isn't in any way a contradiction to having high ideals either and having ambition either. When we talked about public toilets before, we talked about it in the context of social inclusion. Councillor McCarthy gave one of the greatest examples, I think, of social inclusion and of the importance of public toilets from a social inclusion point of view, but it's also very basic. And these ideas of social inclusion or provision of public services are actually one and the same thing. The Chief Executive in a different context referred to footpaths, and so did Councillor Martin, as being the primary source of active travel. Again, it's something back to basics. So these high ideas, but also very grounded kind of provision of public services, they are not contradictory, they're one and the same.